And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I'm Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another comic review. This time we're talking Nova, issue number 2, written by Jeff Loveness and Ramon Perez, art by Ramon Perez, coloring by Ian Herring, letters by Comic House, Albert Duchesne, cover artist Roman Perez. So this issue, of course, picks up where the last issue left off, as Richard Rider is, falling to his death or whatever, kind of still enveloped with the Cancerverse goo all around him. Nova Sam Alexander is flying towards him because he thinks, oh, this is my dad. This could be my real dad this time. I'm gonna save him. And he gets to him and he's like, wait a minute, Rich Rider? And it was kind of cool because Rich doesn't know who Sam is. Sam obviously knows the reputation of Rich Rider, and so they're kind of trying to get acquainted, but at the same time Nova's like, let's just punch the monster and then we'll talk afterwards. And so they're like beating this Cancerverse thing back through the tear and everything. And so as we get past that point, Sam takes Rich to get checked out by Amadeus Cho, and then all of the champions show up, and it's this cool little moment where Rich is meeting all these young heroes, and he's like, you're Miss Marvel? What happened to Carol? You mean Captain Marvel? No, he's dead. No, she's not. You're Spider-Man? He dead too? No. And it's hilarious the way, and he's like, are all superheroes now 12? And he gets really down because he realizes that the heroes are fighting again and all this, and he's like, they don't remember the Annihilation Wave and how we almost lost it all, and they've just gone on. And it's one of those things where you're displaced and you come back into it and everything has changed and people have moved and grown, and you can't connect with that. And at the same time, he's still seeing people as Cancerverse versions, and it's kind of creepy and it's sad, and he has to kind of step away and step outside of it. He ends up going to Sam's house, and Sam's mom has put together this reunion. All his aunts and uncles and cousins and everything are there, and it's cool because we've talked about this on Frontline Live, where in previous volumes they didn't really go into Sam's culture, where his mom is Hispanic, and that side of his family and that culture, and now we're seeing a lot of it. We saw a little bit of it in the first issue, and now we're getting, she's speaking Spanish, and she's got his family over there, and they're kind of bonding and kind of delving into that culture a little bit. And I thought that was a really cool addition to this volume of Nova, and I appreciate that, and I love it. So they're kind of just chilling, and Sam shows him all the Nova helmets he's collected, and then they take off and go to Knowhere, the Celestial Head, and see Cosmo and all this stuff, and then they get attacked because there was a bounty on the Nova's heads, and that's how the issue ends and scene, as you say. But I thought it was a fantastic issue, a fantastic follow-up to that first issue. I love the interaction between Sam and Rich. In the writer and the artist, they're able to really strongly illustrate the struggle that Rich is going through, kind of trying to separate the two worlds, from the Cancerverse and the present world, and trying to reconcile himself and everything around him and everything that's going on, and it really comes through really nicely. You get Rich's character, you get him, but it's his character changed and damaged, and it's a beautiful illustration of him as this version of his character. And all the other characters were dead on as well. Miss Marvel acted like Miss Marvel. Same thing with Miles and Amadeus, and so on and so forth. And Cosmo reading Sam's mind and realizing that he's got a big crush on this girl, Lena, and it's just, this was a fantastic issue. And you got the two Novas coming together and trying to learn a little bit more about each other, and they keep facing different threats that pop up throughout the issue, and then of course the one at the end that takes them both down and is like, there's a bounty on your head. And meanwhile, you've got this Cancerverse sludge that has followed them and found these Nova helmets, and we don't know what's going on with that. And I thought it was a fantastic issue. The art, I mentioned the art in my review of issue number 1, that it's very different from previous volumes of Nova, very different from what we've seen, but it's starting to fit. And I like the fact that the colors, they're soft until you get into those action scenes, and then they become a little bit more vibrant. And I did say that it was a style, both the art and the coloring, that it's going to have to grow on me, and I think just little by little it is growing on me. The part that was a little bit off to me was the actual scene with Miss Marvel and Miles and everything. I'm used to those characters being very bright, larger than life, and in your face, and not used to the muted, softer colors, and we kind of got that in that instance. It's mainly the action scenes that the colors ramp up in this book. But aside from that nitpick that I still have, I think it's a fantastic book, and I think that art style is going to continue to grow on me because of the emotion that this artist puts into each and every line. And it's great pacing, it's great panel layouts. Like I said, great emotion on the characters. You can read their thoughts just by the way they're standing and the way they're looking. Fantastic. So I'm going to give this one 4.5 stars out of 5. I thought it was that good. It's a fantastic book this week. Love Nova, issue number 2. You guys should definitely check out this series if you're a Nova fan at all. So 4.5 stars out of 5 for Nova number 2 from yours truly, Brent Fowler, aka the Gonzogoose. And that's going to wrap up this review. Check out all the other reviews and the other content here on Comic Frontline. Join us Tuesday nights, 9:30, 10 p.m.-ish Eastern Time for our weekly live show, but not next week because we've got the Frontline Awards Tuesday, so you can join us the week after that, but definitely tune in for the awards. And I am starting a new series actually today. Well, not starting, but relaunching a new series here on Comic Frontline. Funko Spotlight is returning. I've already recorded 5 videos, so there will be one going up today and another next week, and so on and so forth. And so you can check that out. And you can check out What the Card next week on Wednesday. I don't know which days they're going. Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. Tuesday, I will be opening a Mega Latios collection, and then Wednesday, Lisa and I have a pack battle against Chris and Michael for a Genesect mythical box. So check all that out. What the Card on YouTube. Check out zone4podcast.com, lasttimberpress.com, and join Lisa and I tonight on Dark Avenger Live as we ink and possibly flat pages of Celestial Falcon #1 live. So until next time, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, subscribe and pass the word along to all your friends. And I'll see you next week.